people that are in a position to act right now need some good information.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is a lot of why the elitists are the power that be, so-called power that be, get away, because people are not really connecting the dots. So a lot of times you have to actually connect the dots for people and shit in a way that
help them
in a video. Like that's why I'm doing these videos, because I can't explain a lot more than I can present my research.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I
can present my research better than I can explain.
Oh, you can oh, okay.
You feel me? So that's why I'm doing the videos now and shit.
All right. Well,
we live. So you want to do the protection?
Yes, let's do the mantra. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible light, from which comes the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into physical realization, actualization, and form, as we all now will and commanded to be, is now being and becoming an active force of higher consciousness and an active force of infinite intelligence within us all now. Being and becoming the great primordial Typhonian dragon, serpent, indigo, kundalini flame now, whirling and ascending up our spine from our root chakra to our central heart chakra and on up to our royal crown chakra, igniting our royal crown chakra, illuminating the first eye, the Lord Amunel Dragra, the hidden priestly grandmaster magi, dragon god, son, king, and queen, igniting all of the 72 chakras in our first eye, our 72 primordial dragon god, son, kings, and queens, and all of our legions of 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 armies 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 of armies, willing all of the powers, all of the elements, all of the essences, all of the dark matter, all of the dark energy within the absolute all, in being becoming all of our will servants, serving all of our will's objectives, intentions, and desires, crystallizing them all into physical realization, actualization, and form as we all now will and commanded to be. Now, being and becoming an active force of unstoppable energy, helping us all now, bringing all out war, judgment, death, and destruction upon all of the corrupted, multidimensional, negative, archonic energies and their whites, their so wannabe white supremacy, European American imperialistic global elite counterfeit spirits running the surface of the earth with all of their technology directed at us all in our well-being in order to kill, murder, corrupt, and degenerate us all, taking us all off of our true evolutionary path and cycle to forever enslave us deeper and deeper into their artificial reality construct in the name of their God and master, the demiurge, the illusionary father, the father of illusion, as we are now all able of pulling down unlimited supernal energy from right out of the nothingness into our reality, manifesting it here as an all-consuming flame that no force can stand up to, burning away all of the multidimensional archonic demiurge energies by raising the vibratory rate so high, making all of the archonic demiurge energies too sick to even fight us, as our energy is completely consuming away all of the archonic demiurge energies directed against us, clearing the way to our true evolutionary path, using our first eye, the hidden grandmaster magi, to open up a supermassive black hole, now sucking in all of the archonic demiurge energies and their wannabe white supremacy, European American imperialistic global elite counterfeit spirits running the surface of the earth into a supermassive black hole. back into the primordial nothingness, to be regenerated into something else more universally constructive, as we are now all free to ascend back up to conscious unity through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible life, from which comes the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized, as we all will and commanded to be now, being and becoming projected unto the entire omniverse, earth, and physical and spiritual matrix and heavenlies, from beyond the entire omniverse, earth, and physical and spiritual matrix and heavenlies, now completely taken over and consciously judging and destroying the entire omniverse, earth, and physical and spiritual matrix and heavenlies, being and becoming the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized, as we all now will and commanded to be as one. Abracadabra. A new heavens and a new earth.
Resto chango. Yeah. So you said you had some new insight on the what's going on in Ukraine, right?
Well, I'm having my intuition is telling me, and I'm sure everyone feel the same way, that we're being fed enough bullshit to feed all the flies in China. Okay.
Right. Right.
This is a big hoax, especially that nuclear plant that was attacked and caught on fire.
Right.
That's a black flag. I mean, that's a
red flag.
A red flag. That's a red flag. That wasn't Putin. I guarantee you that wasn't the Russians.
Right. I mean, a lot of the stuff that's coming out on video, I mean, it looks suspect. It's stuff that's coming out on international news and stuff of that nature. But it's like you saying, we got to focus on getting this, making this transition and this new energy, this new vibration we going into.
Yeah, because the energy is here. The star family is here. You can look up in the sky, take pictures of the sun. You're gonna probably see all kind of crazy shit that's out there. But the energy is down here now. It's up to us. You know, no Jesus is gonna come out the sky and save us.
I mean, at this point, if you still thinking at that level, at this point, I mean, you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, well, you probably missed the first boat. You might catch the next one that's coming. Yeah, you missed it. Yeah, the rapture already came. The rapture is consciousness.
Right.
Yeah, they thinking you're gonna disappear and get taken up in the clouds. No, it's your consciousness going up higher.
Right, man. At the end of the day, man, that's going to be the dilemma for people, because I don't think they want to evolve. A lot of people, they don't really want to evolve. They comfortable.
Well, that's because they're drunk and high off of this fake shit, off of this illusion that they think is real. They're like Saturn. Well, they're worse than Saturn from the Matrix, where he wanted to be inserted back into the Matrix and he didn't want to remember anything and he just wanted to be someone important.
His name was Saturn?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is Satan. Yeah, Satan, Saturn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to world premiere this piece of a video that I'm putting together. This word. Oh my God, this is what I can't stand about this computer. This is how I know computers will never conquer humans. They stupid. Computers are dumb, man. Robots, all this is dumb, man. This shit, come on.
Well, look what they're made by.
Never take over humanity. Yeah, I'm about to play the video.
Well, the ones they sell to us are.
I mean, if they give them too much of the human emotions, all they're gonna do is like humans are destroying themselves. That's just the normal the normal conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Humanity is going to destroy itself.
Well,
Eventually, if it doesn't, if it's not a cosmic event or some type of phenomenon that destroys us, I mean, I think we're going to destroy ourselves.
I say humanity is ready for a do-over.
It's a do-over, a rehaul, I would call it.
Yeah.
A rehaul.
A reboot.
Yeah. Let me pay
because
let me world premiere this video. This is just a portion. I'm putting together a more elaborate video than this one. This is just the beginning of it. So,
okay.
Demons. This word strikes fear in people's hearts and mind. But what is a demon? Let's go into it. Okay. Demon. Demion. A Greek word that refers to intermediate between worlds. Right? It also speaks to the vast elementals that we commune with.
This is going to break it down.
And the first thing I wrote was the word demon originally was the Greek word daemon, okay? The meaning of it, the original meaning was a wide range of spiritual beings. Do we not communicate with a wide range of spiritual beings? Do we not communicate with elementals? Do we not communicate with the trees? Berries and this and so forth. All these different type of creatures and beings that are intermediaries to send our request out there in the spirit world, and however it goes. Do we not interact with them? Yes, we do. And they're in between, the in-between beings that we commune with to deliver our requests and our manifestations and our messages and all this other type of stuff was originally titled Demons. That was their original title. And when I read that and kind of like researched, I'm like, whoa, okay, I see where y'all taking me. And then I wrote here, they were anything between humans and gods. So they were not quite considered as gods on the God level, and they were not considered human. They was a stage above. That's why when we make these magical requests or make these, these rituals and things like that, when we're using the fire element or using our candles and things like that, they're like the intermediaries, the ones that carry those things, almost like the postman,
Right. Mind you, look, the name of the video is Mastery Over Your Demon is Your Genius.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to explain more, and this is only part one, but I'm going to finish it this week, and I'm going to premiere it next week, next show.
I would suggest you research some of the Goetia, the 72 Goetic spirits of Solomon.
See, yep, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go into the demon realm, then that's where the real juice is at.
Right.
Yeah, The power of the 72.
No
Those
doubt.
are the, yeah. They're in my mantra, the 72 primordial dragon god, sun, kings, and queens,
Mm-hmm.
and all of their legions of armies.
Right.
And that power lives inside of it's in our first eye, the pineal gland.
Right. All this activity goes on within the pineal gland, within that realm, are within the realm is sub realms within that realm. It's like
Oh, that's a
within,
whole, yeah, that's universe B.
right.
Pineal gland represents universe B. Universe B is behind the spear da, the
Right.
backside of the tree. So all we're talking about is the energy that's on the backside of the tree, which is generating the front side. The front side is the day side, and the side where you have your 10 Sifras,
Mm-hmm.
Kether, Hakma, Bana. But Doth is the invisible Sifrat. And then you have Hased, Gavora, Tifrit,
Mm.
Netzik, Had, Yasad, and Malkut.
Wow.
And each one of those, from Kether all the way down to Malkut, you have an archangel and an order of angels.
Mm. So
Yes.
in the order of angels, is this somewhat similar to the hierarchy of heaven?
Yep. You could say that. Yeah. But this is in the upper brain. See, the front side of the tree represents the upper brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The back side of the tree is the pineal gland, hypothalamus, pituitary, and all that shit.
Right.
The underworld.
Mm. The underworld.
Yeah. Universe B, the world to come.
Mm. Wow. So it's interesting how these levels are broken down like that, and you have to get familiar with these different levels of self because it's all within yourself. It's like
Mm-hmm.
these are different levels. You know how they say there's levels to it? Yeah, there's levels to yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have to. It's like a elaborate one, and
Yeah.
this is why discovery of yourself or mastery of yourself is so key
Yeah.
because you have
And
it's so much within. Like people are suffering mostly from what's going on within. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
because
they're trying to avoid it by going outside of themselves by being
mm-hmm.
distracted by this illusion. Their distraction of this illusion is just a way from them not to go and deal with them shadows, their shadow self. That's another part of the demon. Is what
Yeah.
the demon builds off of the fact that your insecurities, your repressing. I'm gonna go all into that in the video. So it's like a repressing of your dark side. It's a repressing of, you know what I'm saying? This is how you manifest these demons. This is how you're not possessing the demon. You're allowing the demon to possess you.
They master over you.
Yes.
Yeah. Once they, it's like you're. That's powerful.
Yeah, it's powerful. I mean, it's the number one power that we have, attribute that we have to realize our ultimate powers. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
you
I
would never
know.
realize it if, cause like the sister was saying. I mean, she didn't. I didn't play the part where she was talking about. We are inundated with a lot of indoctrinations. These
Mm-hmm.
will manifest into demons. These misconceptions and anything that's keeping you away from realization,
Mm-hmm.
these are manifestations that really are, you know what I'm saying, projected and manifested from your own being.
Or from your own beingness. Beingness enables beings.
Mm,
Beingness is where the beings come from.
right. Or what are the being?
Hmm? Oh, the beingness is the nothingness.
The nothingness.
Yeah. They're
Well,
using their nothingness against them
the
without knowing it. Yeah.
right, right.
From the
People,
nothingness comes the absolute all.
yeah, people uh, don't give credit to the nothingness. They don't. They really don't, because they feel like we're connotatively inundated with connotative linguistics. This is another thing. The language itself, right, which is a spell. We're
Mm-hmm.
under a spell.
Mm-hmm.
You have to realize that you're under a spell.
Yep.
Just from the language. This is why it's important for us to do videos like I'm doing to get rid of the spooky ideas that have been inundated, that have been indoctrinated into our heads. This is what
Yeah.
all of that keeps us away from the true essence of our true nature, our true who we actually truly are.
Yeah. All this indoctrination that the outside world is jamming down our throat. It starts at home with our parents. Our parents are our first teachers. And then, unfortunately, they sent us to be educated by the enemy.
Right, because it's convenience. It's
Yeah.
like it's like go along and get along, complacency. All of these things just not to challenge yourself. And you see, like, and everybody, and I'm not saying this is everybody, like we said, it's a disclaimer in our program. We're not talking to everybody and we're speaking metaphysically.
Yeah. A
So
lot of people are waking up out of that.
of course,
And
I mean that is labor pain right there coming out of that.
yeah, they're educating their
Labor
own
fucking
kids.
pain. It ain't no easy task. It's just you can just give up your lower self desires like that. I mean, and my thing is, it's not giving them up. It's putting them under a controlling these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We take for granted how much just self discipline and being able to control yourself. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It builds up strength and power, adversity that makes you stronger. This is why the demons are so important. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
malevolent. They're not malevolent or benevolent.
They're neutral.
Yeah, they're not benevolent or benevolent.
It's up to you. It's
Right,
it's whatever whatever you're grooving off of. I
right,
mean, you can use them. They can be used for constructive things and destructive things. I mean, you want to use them for both. You want to use them to construct positive things and destroy negative things.
right. And again, we're talking about thoughts. We're talking about angles of light.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Angles, angles of light. We're talking about
Well,
suppressed emotions
that's the front
that
side. That's
manifest
the brain.
themselves into entities, that suppressed emotions that are manifest themselves into suppressed ideas that manifest themselves. The what manifests is when you suppress your dark side.
Yeah.
When you suppress it. See, I run into a lot of people that they don't understand that you're supposed to bring your lower self and your higher self in a certain harmony, a certain balance. Some people think it'll be more convenient for them to just totally get rid of their devil. No, that's your adversity. If you didn't have it, you wouldn't grow spiritually.
Yeah, some people are afraid to play the role that they're here to play.
All I know, the universe is negative and positive, not just positive. All these, oh, peace, brother, positivity, and no, the universe is not just that. You have to
It's
take into
both good
consideration
and evil. It's
the
all of
chaos
that.
too.
Yeah.
You got to give reverence to the chaos too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shit.
Yeah, I give
Yeah.
reverence to both. I say peace and chaos and peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't. You need them both.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's the three. It's the triumvirate of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the creator, the sustainer, and the destroyer.
Mm.
Happening over and over. First, you have the creation, and it's sustained, and then after it degenerates, it has to be destroyed so creation can start over again to
Right.
repeat the process, which is the phoenix.
Yeah, because it
It
burns
rises.
when
It rises.
the phoenix rises, it burns everything in its path. It
Yep.
sends everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like
Yeah.
the burning of the fire, the purifying fire.
Yeah. Well, that's in my mantra, and we.
That's still the same fire that rises from the root. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
from the root chakra to the crown.
That's the same fire because this is to break it down. This is direct access to primordial energy. Like we said before, primordial energy is unbridled energy. It's untamed, unbridled, and it destroys everything it touches. Everything is,
Or the physical.
and what I mean by destroys it processes, it becomes part of it. Just like how your melanin takes all the light and it converts it to
Mm-hmm.
sustainable energy for, I mean, some type of other energies inside of this. This is what the universe is constantly doing. It's recycling itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's restoring, regenerating itself over and over again. From nothing,
Yeah.
from nothingness.
Yeah.
See, and the thing about it is, I heard another brother. Well, I think it was an old video, but these brothers keep on calling Bobby Hemming a pseudoscientist. But this the thing about Bobby is like he's not trying to prove nothing though.
Yeah.
You trying to prove something? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What are y'all trying to prove? What are you trying to prove? Even the science itself is coming to the conclusion of the metaphysics. So what the fuck are you talking about?
That's just like saying Napoleon Hill, author of the book Think and Grow Rich, is using pseudoscience, is a pseudoscientist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's something that does not fit in the physics and determination of that rules of physics. Come on now.
Our intellect.
At this point, we should know this by now. So I'm thinking that these people are agents of the Matrix at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you're agents of the Matrix now. Like you trying to make us believe in the demiurge.
Yeah.
In its
the father of illusion.
Right.
And his whore, well, the Matrix, the mother, the material, the fake mother. The
illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Materialism.
The trap of the soul. The trap of the soul.
Yeah.
You must figure out a way to live between worlds. Not, it's like we say fixating, which is systematic. We sit fixated on this 3-dimensional This is the problem. We look at the dream world as fake, and we look at when we wake up as real, which is totally backwards.
A lot of people don't even believe in their own religion. Really, they believe. So I mean, you get it all here because after this, we really don't know what's out there. Meaning,
ultimately, right? When we start placing things and saying we're going somewhere, that's false, because what's happening is we're being revealed something, right? It's something that has been eluding us this whole time, right? And now it's being able to be processed now. This is all that's happening. So when we saying we got to go somewhere and we're ascending, no, we're not. Everything exists simultaneously right here.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in the universe, wherever the multi-dimensional universe, where everything simultaneously exists right here, right now.
Yeah, because you got a brain.
There's no distance. That's an illusion too. Like you can't travel. You can't travel to Mars. You can open up a door and go to Mars.
Brother Phil, Dr. Phil said it that if you want to go to Mars, you might have to go to the lands beyond the Antarctic.
Of course, that's what This is See, that's just an add-on. So I'm glad you said that. That's an add-on to what I'm saying. Not only are we being revealed stuff that was already there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But our scope of our vision is getting brighter. This is what we mean by the vibration is getting more intensified. The scope of our vision is getting we're being able to see things that was always there, but we were so tuned in to this frequency of this society that we wasn't able to see it.
It was fog.
Yes. Mist. The fog.
Yeah.
That's the etymology of mysticism, or the mystery. The fog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The mist. Mm-hmm.
The fog, the mystery. So you got to just see through the mist. If you see through the fog, all you gotta do is go like this.
Through the mist.
Go like this. See, go like this, and you go. Oh damn! We look at this like this is the debate. They want to keep us
in the mist.
They in the mist in a version. Look, the mist. Part of the mist is this or that. Negative, positive, God, devil.
Mm-hmm. Oh, duality.
Right.
Duality.
It's a distraction, bro.
Yeah, they want to keep you trapped in duality.
Yes.
When you need to be in polarity.
You need to respect and recognize and realize all of things holistically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's only, like I said, there's only one reality, and everything is happening within that one reality.
Everything. That's why I said nothing.
There's nothing outside of that one reality.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if people just come to realize this, you're able to see through all of the lies that they've told us now.
Yeah.
If you're able to realize the one reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard, this is what I've heard a lot too, though. You know what I'm saying? My truths are your truth and their truth. And that's some bullshit right there.
That's some cop-out shit.
That's some cop-out. There's only one motherfucking truth. It's just that you're comfortable with the truth being what you perceive it to be. You're comfortable with that. You're comfortable with your perception of the truth. You're comfortable. Just be honest with this.
And not only that, you're projecting that
reality.
and you're projecting that onto everybody else.
But guess what? You just in turn revealed a superpower that you're not even utilizing properly. That's a superpower. Your ability to your ability to say this is what it is and walk within that energy and that spirit, and it becomes
rest within that. Yeah, you're right about that.
The power you missing out on because you using it in reverse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you walk into that there's only this one reality, and in everything is within this one reality. Everything that is, that was, that is, and that is going to ever be is within this reality, and there's nothing outside of that reality. Yeah, you walk in that.
Watch how much you manifest at that point, because it's like now you're not chasing yourself. You realize you already there. You already made it. You already
everywhere.
You everywhere.
Every motherfucking where.
And then, like, because what we're talking about, what do you mean? Listen. You have to destroy everything that you learned. Get rid of that. File it. Put it in another file or something. Right? How you suppressing? Just like you suppressing all the things that's you supposed to be bringing to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Now suppress that bullshit they told you. Put that to the back, and now bring everything that you thought was impossible, everything that you think is outside of what they convinced you of as reality. You bring that to the forefront now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could get that other shit. You put it in a big old giant ball and shoot it to the sun.
Right.
And let it burn away and watch it burn away. And open and get ready for get ready for the real truth. Wow. All right. Well, get ready for you're ready to learn. Well, this shit, I mean, there's no word to put on it. There's nothing. It's not. You can't describe it because any description I give it is limited.
People are in love with their personality, who they are as a person. That's the first. That's the first no right there. You fell in love with who you be reincarnated into today. I mean, this time.
Well,
you know, now you so attached to that. Now it's all the emotions, like all the emotional attached to that, which is part of the self mastery that we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I love who I am, what I am on the outside, but also on the inside, I know that what's on the outside is only a reflection of what's on the inside.
No doubt. But what I'm saying, what I mean is, what I'm saying is, they are not willing to transcend that personality.
Oh, that's because they dress up a dead corpse.
They think they're not willing to transcend their personality.
Yeah, they're just attending to a dead corpse.
Right.
Because that's what the personality.
And the thing about it is, in there attending to the dead corpse, you're fronting the whole time. This is what I'm sick of at this point, right? Everybody fronting.
Mm-hmm.
Are you fronting? Like, we all human. We all, like, what in your mind gave you the most idea to act classes towards anybody else, as if, and it is crazy. It's crazy because most of these people are not living that, are not able to sustain that type of lifestyle that they're trying to project themselves as. It's like, why? Just because you got so many insecurities, you're empty within. You're empty, so empty within. You have to make yourself appear to be something you're not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's sad. That's really sad, and a lot of those people end up with.
That's a big problem in our community right now, bro.
And a lot of those guys end up on living in a tent or something.
Yeah, that's why the homelessness problem is psychological sickness is a big responsibility for the homelessness going on. And the
Yep.
fact, no, also the bigger part of it is the fact that this system is systematically set up to keep
Oh,
people in these improvised, desperate conditions. This is the only way the economy actually works. I can explain all this.
well, the fact that you see more homeless people today than you ever have before in history, meaning this is the beginning of the next reset.
Right. And not only the fact that you also have the most. This is the only society where you have the reflection or the sign of abundantness and rich and wealth, right? Like go
Mm-hmm.
downtown, you can see it. Like you got bums on the street, but then you got this upper class as penthouse suite right there. And you feel me? Like you got to have
Oh yeah, and you
you
got people
got
at
the
these
people with
nice.
millions live in this motherfucker, but you got bums right down. Like, how is that? Like, in another dynamic that I seen was like that was Washington D.C. Like Washington D.C. the capital is the goddamn ghetto.
Yep.
No. Because I thought that was just they were just exaggerating it, bro. Until I went. Until I
Maryland.
freaking went, bro. I'm talking about the hood is like a walking distance from the fucking White House, homie.
Shit. The Wire and shit.
I thought that was some bullshit, bro. No, it's like that, bro. It's
You
like
in
that.
Maryland, man. You're in Maryland.
Washington D.C. is in the hood like crazy. And I'm looking at that dynamics. I'm like, wow. Of course. How else are they going to create this imbalance of economic flow of energy? Because that's all spiritual too. Y'all got to realize that flow of energy of currency. How are they going to maintain that if they don't have a suffering class? They have to have a suffering class to even maintain.
Yeah, those are people they're drawing energy from.
Right.
Yeah.
Currency. The energy has to flow from something. They have to drain something to make the energy flow in their favor.
Yep.
This ain't no joke, man. Y'all, and we're not even realizing we are participating in our own. Like, I'm sick of these melodramatic ass people who trying to act like they're involved in this. No, you're not. You're participating in the fucking problem. You're participating in the problem. Stop it. Stop it. You're not solving a problem. You like to feel good to make it appearance. You like the appearance of it so you can feel good about yourself. No, you're participating in the problem.
Yeah.
All of us are. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And until this motherfucker is totally annihilated, the monstrous exploitative system that we live in, we all participating in it. Stop it. But we comfortable.
Well,
that monster fuels our comfortability at this point. Let's be real. It fuels it. Like if we don't want to think about the correlation, so we always try to act like we just the most active. Of course, the United States and the United States, so-called United States, this is actually Morocco, but we the ones out here that the whole world is looking at.
Well, you have United States within Morocco.
Right. I mean, when I said Morocco, I'm talking about based on well-settled jurisprudence.
That's what
that's coming from.
And somehow Morocco allowed this
actual history.
And somehow Morocco allowed this other company to set up shop on the
There
land.
were treaties prior to that was allowing a lot of the commerce. It was because we have to consider how the United States of America is a commercial entity and is driven by the commercial aspect of itself. You know what I'm saying? And that's based on the fact that this is based on older conditions that made this. Because the United States is not necessarily a country in that sense.
Well, and also you got to keep in mind the forefathers were smart enough to snuff out the chiefs
Before
be able to take over.
Oh, you talking about the forefathers of the United States of America?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they all were still loyal to the crown. Perfect.
Yeah, but they had to take out the chiefs here.
Huh?
They had to take out the chiefs here to be able to.
Well, to an extent, you're right. I mean, what happened also too is not only they had to. There were wars. There were the Gully War and wars that haven't been even mentioned that have been going on this land before they even could even have a chance to be as a moving around and trying to act all mighty and landlordish on our land like that. So it was wars fought, man. So
yeah, I wonder what the real true story is behind that.
Well, the main war that was fought was on the mind, in the minds of our peoples, and they kind of won the war of the mind. That's what it was. Not intelligence, like they cleverly out, but they had a craftiness to them that we had never witnessed yet. So that's what gave them an advantage over us.
They were able to put us to sleep.
We were never conquered by the European per se. It was the fact that they played us on our own inconsistencies, and we was at each other's throats, and they came in, you know what I'm saying, and just played their part, you know what I'm saying, and was able to, you know what I'm saying, be able to get access. You know what I'm saying?
They took advantage.
They took advantage. They were able to get access, and it led to them becoming who they became: the British Empire, the Spanish Empire. It's a real deep, obscure history behind that is really not been told, and you really have to go into the treaties, certain history to connect the dots to even find this history, bro. And most of it is the reason why I'm recognizing because it's in my genetic memory. You know what I'm saying? My ancestors was directly involved in the whole melee. So you know what I'm saying? I can actually, you know what I'm saying, make connections from what I've already researched. And a lot of it was in my genetic memory. So it's like, okay, this is why this is this.
Well, I feel that in my past lives, I'm the reason why I'm the person that I am today because of all the shit I've done in my past life. I obviously I've done a lot of crazy shit. I was into the magic. I was into the economics, you know, the whole enchilada.
Right.
Because that's what I'm in. That's where I'm at today. So I'm the sum of all the shit I've done before, and not just in this life, but in the past lives.
Okay, so let me get an understanding of your understanding of karma, because I don't think we have the same understanding of karma. What is your understanding of karma?
Karma is the path you choose for yourself. If I choose to take the path of knowledge and understanding and magic and wisdom, then my karma, and then at the same time dealing with the things in my life that must be dealt with, so I can evolve on, and in my next life I can have a body that's stronger and a personality that taking on all these things and ready to go to the next level. That's karma. Put myself in the position that I want to be in.
Okay, so
That's,
yeah, I don't look at karma as negative or positive. I look at karma as just whatever you have brung over from one life to another, that it affects the next life.
yeah, whatever you apply, the things that you apply or fail to apply.
Right. Some people look it as negative, like, oh, karma.
They look at it for another form of sin.
Right. And they like, you've done something, which when you do the etymology of sin, right, that means just the moon being in a certain position that does something about for the water or something of that nature. If you look up the etymology of sin, it has something to do with the moon and how it affects the water. Sin. That's what it really is. So when they saying you are born in sin,
yeah,
that just mean you was born in the mother water on a certain moon cycle.
Yeah, well, see, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It definitely can't mean that. I mean, you know, some people try to, they try to make it seem
That's
like
why
the
they're
fact.
saying you were born in sin, though. Like, I mean, it makes sense now because you were born in the water on a certain moon cycle, and that's literally, I mean, not literally, but from what I've done some research on, it says something about the moon and how it affects the water.
Sin's a trap. It's a trap. It's a form of entrapment. Trapping people into believing that they're sinners and that they have to atone for their sins.
Okay, you're talking about the connotative idea of sin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
course.
Using it in that aspect, it's sort of like entrapment.
Of course, yeah. I mean, the church. I figured that out when I was a youngster. I'm like, okay, so the key is everybody's a sinner. So that's what gives you the justification.
Not only just a sinner, the fact that you were born in flesh and blood. You were born out of you were born because a man and a woman had sex together. Just because you were born through the act of intercourse,
Is that why they say you're born in sin? I don't think that's why.
Because the holy baby Jesus,
you're paying the debt of a karmic debt or a cosmic debt or a divine debt, the same debt that Jesus died for, right? It's a debt.
But see, he wasn't born. He wasn't conceived through an act of sexuality. He was an immaculate birth. So he wasn't born out of sin.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the entrapment right there.
Yeah. It's like they're justified. That's why they talk to people like they talk, like already with these preconceived, determined ideas that, oh, you are born in sin. They're telling you born in sin, and you have to listen to God's commandment. This is how the black
the
Hebrew
only one that's perfect. You have to listen to his son Jesus.
That's the same way the black Hebrew Israelites entrap you, but they entrap you saying you're not following God's commandments. And and then they don't even consider that everyone don't even subscribe to that God.
Yeah, really.
They just force their God on you, and every time, like like I'm saying, they always talking to you with these preconceived, determinate ways, like, oh, it's already determined. It's already
now, and by you rejecting their God, the 7 plagues of Egypt are coming upon you.
Yeah, you directly become an op now. You an op now.
Yeah, yeah.
you just because I don't want to subscribe to your guy. Oh, this is exactly what they say when you don't subscribe to them. Oh, God gonna come. Yeah, we got something for y'all when Jesus come. That's exactly what they say. When Jesus comes, we got something for y'all non-believers.
Well, how's he coming? Is he going to be driving a car? Is he going to be pulling up in the driveway real soon? There he come now, man. You in trouble. Watch what happens.
Is he gonna come with some type of fucking? Is he gonna come with some type of gravity-defying device or something? Like some type of spaceship or something? What the fuck? Like,
he gonna come out of the cloud.
Ask that question too. Like, how is he gonna come? Where is he going? Explain to me how he gonna actually come. How they gonna look? Literally, how they gonna come off the sky on apocalypse on a horse, right?
Yeah, in a robe and some sandals.
Guess what? They literally, the government literally suggested that they plan a false return and shit like that.
No, you're gonna see Jesus. You're gonna see Jesus with some armor on.
Hey, and the cool thing about it is gonna be the pale skin. It's gonna be the blonde hair, pale skin one. And everybody gonna fall down and be like, "Yeah, it's Jesus." I mean,
with these pretty blue eyes.
I mean, we had a point where it's too many conscious motherfuckers to just fall for that shit. But you'll be surprised how many. Look, no, it is crazy because you remember the video Sinetta did where he put up the picture of Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and the pale skin the pale skin blonde hair Jesus. You ever seen that video? I remember
you telling me. No, I never seen that.
But I've seen that video, man, because it's like it makes you feel ashamed of your people at that point. Like, we this stupid? Are we this stupid? Like, for real? Are we really?
Hey, that's that post-slavery syndrome because that shit got beat into our ass, man. Really seriously, we got some fucked up shit in our genetics from that. Okay, wow. That's not going to be easy for a lot of us to get past because you and I, we would probably go.
Let's just be honest. Is this convenient to just bow down to your master and follow his religion? It's convenient. It's like it's easy. I don't got to think about it. I don't really got to do no research. I don't got no deep realization.
All I got to do is just believe
myself. All I got to do is believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Oh,
and obey my master. And obey my master. And I'll be fine. Oh, man. Look at me. I live good.
They come against it if we just give them a little suggestion of thinking. Then they like, I don't want to think. Like I'm saying, y'all got people that attack me for thinking, for getting them to think.
Well, because you know what? Because you're really attacking them because this is how they. This is how they look at it.
No, I'm not attacking them.
That's how they look at it.
They so sensitive that the truth becomes something that they don't want to face because a lot of these
because it destroys their whole everything that they built their life on.
They convince themselves of so they can be comfortable.
Yeah, it completely destroys that.
So they can be comfortable. Fuck out of
here. So when it goes against that, they will fight to the death. Okay? Well, they will fight you to the death.
Well, guess
there ain't no hope for them.
I'm not saying it no more. Society itself is showing you it.
Yeah. So we have to move on. You know, it's all about the ones who are ready now. And the other ones, once they get knocked on their ass hard enough, they'll wake up.
I mean, me personally, I've been past that. They're case studies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's something to talk about.
Very good case studies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't try to convince motherfuckers of shit no more. I've been, because that was part of my growing up. You know what I'm saying? knowing, getting this knowledge and growing in consciousness, and then wanting to tell everybody. That's part of the process.
That's part of the process. Yeah.
That's part of the
Well,
process.
you know, we still, well, now we still are doing it, but you know,
No, but
through
we put
this
a disclaimer
podcast.
on it first, though.
Yeah.
There's a disclaimer on it, like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, don't try to put us in no box that you in. So, you know what I'm saying? You can take it or leave it. That's what I'm saying. This is why I don't mind. We can be on this for hours and we can go in. The reason why we don't is because I got other shows to do.
Yeah.
But we can go hours because I enjoy just conversing with real brothers that's just doing the real deep diving within. You know what I'm saying? Doing the deep dive within, not afraid to face themselves. This is
exactly.
running from all of y'all running from yourselves, and then you can't run from yourself.
No matter where you go, there you are.
Yep.
No matter where you at, there you are.
So yeah, we are the ones that's willing to face ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to face yourself, because if you don't, you're going to have to continue until you do. You're going to have no choice anyway. You're going to find you'll learn sooner or later. This world will teach you. Karma is going to be your teacher. Your karma will determine how far you go in the next life, where you end up in the next life. Will you be in a advantageous position, or would you just be in one of those fucked up ass positions?
Well, I think at the end of the day, the fucked up position when you come back is the most advantageous, because you grow from those positions. If you have that spirit, if you have that spirit, a lot of people don't grow from it because they don't have the spirit to outgrow the adversity. The adversity is the main. This is what the chaos energy. Oh my! See, this is why you got to bring things within balance, man. Everything has to be within. My eye is the judgment day, because once things are imbalanced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things are destroyed.
Old things are old is destroyed.
Old dynamics are destroyed once you balance it out.
Yeah, the entire omniverse, earth, and physical and spiritual matrix and heavenlies are destroyed and start all over again. A new, shit, we become all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming.
We are that already. We just choosing to crystallize ourselves in this physical illusion right now to discover ourselves again.
That's
a continuous discovery of self, because we haven't gotten to the core. So what I'm saying is infinity discovery of self. You're never going to finish realizing yourself. There's no end to it.
No. Because each one of us is a version, a microcosm of the entire universe, but not just the universe, but universe A and universe B, two universes. There are two universes within us. The universe, the hologram universe, and a whole nother.
The actual source. You're talking about the actual
source. The actual source.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can, I can see how getting stuck in the hologram, it's beautiful. It appears to be beautiful, but it's only a copy of something even better.
Ooh, and oh my God, and that's what they talking about, going to heaven. Everybody want heaven and not want dad.
Yeah, well,
everybody want heaven and not want dad.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna have to transcend to get over there.
Look, death is another state of consciousness while you bullshit.
Death is where I came from. Shit.
Right. That's a whole nother beyond
And I'm
consciousness.
going back. I
That's a
came from
beyond
death and I'm
consciousness
going back.
consciousness. That's a cognitive, cognitive. What is that? Cognitive, or something like that.
Yeah, cognizant, cognizor, shit.
Right. It's a state of darkness. It's a triple state of darkness. This is why the dark is a level of consciousness, a state of being beyond. It's
But
beyond
see,
human conceptualization. So don't
yeah,
try
to our human conceptualization, that's darkness. Okay.
to.
But after we cross over, that becomes light.
Woo! Boom! That right there, boom! Because what it is, when you use what they call it, antimatter,
Yeah. Antimatter and dark energy and dark matter
yeah.
and God knows what else.
But they've led us to believe in all of these cartoons that antimatter is, because it is the reverse equation to matter. Antimatter. Wow,
Yeah.
now I get it. Oh shit. Oh my fucking God. Which, like I said, it's all we on the if we on the side of humanity, we like, oh, more life and more
Oh yeah,
reincarnation.
more of this shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This shit is fading away.
Right.
This shit is being fucked up, man.
Right.
That blue and red Chakina out there next to the sun.
Like
Every change all this.
The whole thing about it is the dynamics of the villain hero has been diversified so deeply in all these movies now. Now you can't. Now you got the anti-hero. Now you got the so many different versions of that, or not versions of it, but different diversities of that same character. That what you call that archetype. That archetype, the villain and the hero. Now we looking at these things, diversity. Look at all these movies. They are basically really are reading the evolution of our minds, right? They're detecting it. They're actually able to detect it, right?
Yeah, but hero comes from Heru. So those are the different Herus.
This is my point though, but that even is diverse in its essence, right?
Okay.
That's diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just cutthroat hero, villain. What I'm saying is the people who run the society, even in the movie industry, bro, the people who are writing these fucking scripts are coming from the metaphysical perspective, right?
Yeah, they're more metaphysic than just
They're coming from the metaphysical, and they're putting it in entertainment so it can be like the version or some that, you know how people say conspiracy theory, and that makes people go away from it more, question it or suspect it more. It's suspicious even more when you say the CIA purposely put that hot topic, that idea out there that anything associated with conspiracy has to be questioned. But
CIA is out there putting out all kind of shit. I see, all these motherfuckers on the internet. Most of them probably CIA and all kind of ops.
The internet is dead. Everybody on the internet at this point are robots. The mass majority of the internet is full of robots, and the people on there are actually automatons, robots too, in their in their behavior patterns, in their programming. They react and behave in a programmed robotic way. All of them. The mass majority of people, I have to always tell them, like, come on, man, just let go of that false notion of what they call it, delusions of grandeur, right? Get rid of it, man. I don't. I'm not impressed. I don't like. At the end of the day, you don't have to do all that with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about. I don't. I only care about. I only really care about this soul evolution. So all that front you doing is wasted because I don't care.
Yeah, it's not helping our evolution. It's not raising our consciousness. It's not helping us get through this bullshit that we're getting to. It's not helping us get into the next dimension.
And the thing about it, the bullshit is we can easily solve it if we get ourselves correct inside of ourselves.
Yeah,
Recognize
what
who
we
we actually are. Because the
yeah.
power within, the power they're using to put us in this misery is the same power we have within us to create a whole nother dynamic. I mean, it's up to us.
We're
I
doing
can't
it
do it
now.
by myself. I mean, at the end of the day, I always speak to other people and like try in an attempt to get them to
Mhm.
realize our interconnectivity to each other.
Well, we're doing it now with shows like this where you know, we'll share it with someone, they'll share it with someone who might share it with someone who shares it. And I see the numbers are starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, here and there. I'm gonna put a promotional campaign out, like a lot of clips. I'm gonna take a lot of parts of what we saying because we be saying a lot of next level shit, and I'm gonna take
No, man.
clips. I'm gonna take clips of it and then create like a promotional behind it. So,
Oh,
you know,
man, that's going to be, yeah, because I've gone back and listened to a lot of that stuff. And I'm like, that's the
you said
spirit
some
talking. That
boom,
wasn't me.
mind blowing shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like if you
Yeah.
really just sit there and just conceive it and grasp it for a minute, it breaks the spell. Like we breaking the spell.
Yeah.
We're breaking the
Be
spell.
putting all kind of glitches in the matrix.
Right.
Shit. Yeah, because that's what I'm here for, to break this spell, man. Bring in, so
And we
to
supposed to be
help
building our
others
own
find
spell.
their true reality.
Right.
Okay, not their true reality,
But
not
this
what I
is
think is true reality.
but this is why I don't spend so much time worried about what's going on the world stage, because all that is the world stage. Most
Yeah,
things that
tell me.
happen, most things that are happening are orchestrated events.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole
For not only now, but ever since Rome has been around. Because remember, the one of the
but Rome
oh,
did fall.
yeah, Rome.
Rome.
No, I would say Rome fell, but the attitude of Rome, the spirit of
Oh,
Rome,
its spirit lived on,
the
and that's
spirit of
going to
Rome
fail.
still dwelling around this bitch.
Yeah, well, that's going to fall too. That's fall. It's in the process. It's trying its best to rise up while it's falling apart at the same time.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
as long as the Moors wake up, the Moors wake up,
the
Rome
more
falls.
pieces fall apart,
The Moors wake up, Rome falls.
the more
Why?
Rome
Because
falls.
the Moors were always the adversary to Rome,
Yeah.
even ever since Carthage.
Oh, okay. All right. So, hey, we here.
And when you look up, if you look at the word Rome, is just more backwards.
More backwards. Okay. Yeah. More what? More matrix. More tricks.
More realization.
More realization.
The
Yeah.
Moors were always here, helping in the
The
soul.
more. Oh, okay. I get it. The more Rome, the more backwards. Okay. Damn. That almost went over my head. It was so simple.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Everything basically is reversed in nature now that we're orientated to the colonizer Europeans rule over the so-called rule over the planet, which is all an illusion. It's all a fraud, a false. Because, like I said, they conquered our minds. That's all
Well,
you have to do.
we used to read from right to left. Now we read from left to right.
Everything's been turned
So,
upside down, bro.
hmm?
Everything's been turned upside down.
But the planet's been turned upside down too, because remember when I was reading about the blue and red Kachina, it said the world used to spin counterclockwise, and now we spin.
I think we're creating this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are creating this reality right now, right? So whoever controls the mind and telling us and convincing us what is what is. How about that?
Oh, okay. Well, not even. Well, now.
How about if we convinced ourselves that, oh yeah, the universe is within, and we, the universe doesn't exist simultaneously in our black dot. I mean, at that point, it's only reality that's going to kick in. We're going to take on a whole new nature at that point.
Oh, I know that. I've been knowing that.
It's all within it. This is why the elitists keep continuing to control our minds. That's one of their main objectives. They spend trillions of dollars on industry, on the advertising industry, suggestive programming industry. This is a big time industry. Why? Because they got to convince us to create the reality that they want to come about.
Yeah, I agree with you. But until now, we have the power to change that. Each one of us, it's up to each one to take the responsibility upon oneself to do the work that one must do to within the all to help bring in the reality that we're supposed to be in as we evolve into our true evolution. Well, we're in our true evolution. We never left our true evolution.
No, what's happening is heaven's going to come to earth, man. So what happened was when the early stages of what we were referring to as Atlantis, they had created harmony in chaos. They simultaneously, in the way that they structured their society, right? The way that, and in turn, they structured their thinking patterns, right? As a result, they were able to bring a harmony for a long period of time until they
degenerated.
Yeah, until they inevitably went through the cycle. It's like, this is something our ancestors mastered, the cycle. Period. We mastered the cycle. We mastered.
Well, we went through
so many, and that's the thing that we have to realize. Our ancestors have mastered this, man. Been here, done this, do this, keep doing it. We doing this. We've done this.
Well, our ancestors purposely mapped out the whole 25 or 26,000 year, the 26,000 great year, the great year that comes around every 26,000 years as we go around Sirius, which is how you count up the yugas. The 6 yugas that we go through at that time.
Right.
Yeah. So they mapped out that 26,000 years. They went around that shit several times.
In order to map it, you have to have done it already.
Yeah. You have to have gone through it. They went through it several times. Okay.
Yeah,
so
on that note, bro, I got to cut his show because I got to get ready for
it. All right, no problem.
We went in. Look, we have to always do the mantra.
Yeah,
the mantra on the other side of the mantra is a whole nother reality.
A whole nother reality.
I swear, if you listen back at this show, we went in like crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right.
It's all in the interest of soul evolution, man.
Hell yeah.
Soul evolution,
Which is needed at this time. Which it is the time. It is its time.
right?
Okay. And it's our time to say goodnight.
Yeah, we be back next week, y'all. Every Saturday we try to do it in between 7 and 8. You know what I'm saying? We busy brothers and stuff. So
Yeah, shit happens.
Always try to stay consistent with it now. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you said, people gonna go back to these old shows and be like, damn, I didn't miss all that night. Okay, yeah, we can catch back the archives.
Yep, we got the archives, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but good looking out, brother, and another good show. Appreciate Pop. Good
Okay.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That's what I want to say.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate
it. Right now, I'm on some Hennessy right now, so.
Oh, okay, no problem.
I kind of
enjoy your juice. The juice is loose.
So yeah, appreciate you coming in again. You know what I'm saying? We do it next week again.
Man. Okay. All
Peace,
right.
chaos.
Okay, peace and chaos. All right.